Don't look now, but I think nobL might be a nigga. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, nobL. This is the first time you guys are gonna be seeing my face ever. Don't get used to it, at least until I start streaming, because until then, this is definitely gonna be a one-time thing. I want to do a little retrospective on the last year, 2024, because it was my first real year of content, and it was also a really big year for me, and I want to look back on it. I'm looking at the day right now, and it's January 2nd, which is really funny because it's not a nobL video if it's not at least fashionably late. So 2024 was a really weird year for content, because in January I just kind of didn't do a whole lot, and it kind of kept up that way up until summer, which is when Type Soul released. Type Soul was kind of big for me because I had a few pretty big videos. At the time, my biggest video ever was my Clan Wars video, which had 30,000 views. It was actually my first video to ever hit 1,000 likes, which was actually really crazy. There was also like the whole sorcery situation, which was kind of funny. It was like, oh, Onk is milking sorcery. Oh, Onk, give it up. Sorcery's never coming back. And it's like, it's really funny because all my friends clown me to this day about it as like the #1 sorcery defender. And it's like, I kind of earned that title because I was a real dickhead and a dumbass about that situation. But I always stand by the fact that that game is infinitely better than Jujutsu Infinite. I also had a lot of really big sorcery videos, and I feel like that's like that era of time is where I really began to level up my commentary in my videos. It was still really shit, and it was really just me complaining and crying like a baby, which looking back on didn't really produce the best content. But that is when I started scripting, which did make better content. That summer I actually ended up kind of really sucking because, I worked a bunch, but I didn't get paid any money, which kind of sucked because, I didn't get to buy a computer. I'm still on this fuck-ass MacBook, but, we gotta make do. But, I also broke my computer, so, if you go on my channel during the summer, there's a big, like 35-day gap. And that's because my computer was broken, and I literally couldn't make content. The gap didn't even end because my computer got fixed. I actually had to borrow my brother's computer and use that to make videos, just so that my channel wouldn't die because there was nothing on it. So that was pretty cool. Towards fall, Deepwoken kind of picked back up again. I shouldn't even say that. It's more like Type Soul just like got I already hated the game. Like, I didn't enjoy the combat at all. I played it because like my friends played it, and like it was a game I could make content on that was like somewhat consistent and like somewhat entertaining, I guess. But yeah, Type Soul started to die down, and the game, just got to the point where it was unbearable. So I came back to Deepwoken. And with Deepwoken, I made some videos that I thought were pretty good in my opinion. I made Ganking Isn't Fun, which I would still consider like a complainy yap video, which is the style that I'm trying to actively get away from. But the script was good, the commentary was good, and I think my song choice was good. Same thing with the Ignition Origin video, because that's a topic that I'm extremely passionate about, because all the origins right now fucking suck ass, and we need new ones very badly, please. The last video that I did, when I was mainly doing this style of yap video, was my Diluvian Mechanism is Unhealthy video. And I remember something very specific about that video that like lives in my head permanently, and that I think is very funny. And it's that Dan VR commented on that video, "Not gonna lie, gonna have to steal this video, chief. Sorry, bud, game is game." And I remember thinking in my head that moment, like, bro, what the fuck, man? I was like, bro, I'm Dan VR Cave, bro. Like, there's no way Onk just did this to me, bro. Old ass Onk VR, bro, stealing my video. And it's like, that was a good ass script, bro. I spent like a couple hours on that Kamla, like 3-page, multiple paragraph script, basically an essay. But game is game. But yeah, the commentary in that video I think was pretty good, which is why Dan VR stole it. After that, I kind of transitioned into like trying my hand at gameplay videos, because I felt like yap videos were like, like I said, complaining, and it kind of just made me sound like a whiny bitch. And I also, wanted to try my hand at something new and maybe a different editing style, because I felt like I was getting really stagnant, just talking over gameplay that I barely moved in the timeline. It's just, I was never gonna get better at being a content creator that way. I had videos that at the time did really good, like the Super Monkey build and the Joker build, but like in retrospect, those videos actually weren't that good, and I feel like they were kind of just carried by the gimmick and the build themselves, and not me being funny or having good commentary or even the editing being good. It was just funny idea so people click. And if you look at my like current content that's like gameplay related, you can see that I'm trying to improve my commentary and try to get away from the whole like gimmick build thing. I guess my goal at the end of it is to be able to carry a video by myself with my personality, because you know, having to rely on some fucking stupid ass cosplay constantly doesn't really get me anywhere as a creator. And I'm gonna keep trying, bro, even if that shit gets like 1.3k views and 27 likes, because one day I'm gonna make you niggas like me, bro. Like, by fire, by fucking force, bro. Towards the end of the year, I kind of picked back up the Yap videos, and I did 2 videos on Dormant Splinter. I made 2 videos about the Dormant Splinter. The first one about how the Dormant Splinter was unhealthy and how weapons shouldn't be this rare in Deepwoken. And the second one about how I was right and how like everything I said in the first video was correct. It's kind of remarkable that it's really just like a 1-week gap between those videos, because it's like, wow, the devs fucked up that badly that it didn't even take that long. I can't really speak that much about the second video because again, it was kind of just complaining, but you know, it was good complaining. Like, I was low-key spitting bars. Like, I think the script for that video, it's like one of my favorite scripts ever. I was just straight spitting bars. It was fire. I even kind of like the editing that I did, the little effects, the little with the little Kendrick Hotep scream. It's tough, bro. I've also been trying to like level up my music choice. I've been using Persona music in there a little bit. I've listened to a lot of like Japanese city pop recently. I want to try to mix some of that into my commentary videos and maybe my gameplay videos as well, because that shit is tough. The Sonic soundtrack is just incredible. I'd like to apologize to my friend Yupa, who I make fun of constantly for being a Sonic fan. All that Sonic music is gas. I'm not even talking about like abusing this shit for like videos, bro. Like I'll listen to this in my playlist. Like, I'm gonna put this is all in my actual playlist, bro. I'm gonna count the last year as the entire lifespan of my channel, because you know, starting in November of the year before that, kind of just, you know, it's stupid, you know. I'm just gonna, it's last year, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like 3.5 thousand subscribers isn't too bad, you know, for 1 year. You know, I want to thank you guys for that. All with a little bit less than 100 videos on the channel, which I think is, you know, pretty solid. Now that I've talked about some of the videos that I made this year, I want to talk about some of the experiences that I've had in my first year of content creation. Very early on when I started making Deepwoken content, you know, some of you might know that I was actually banned and I wasn't in the Deepwoken Discord. At that point, I kind of, you know, was a lone wolf in like the stupidest fucking way possible. Like, in that I was like kind of just making content on my own. I didn't interact with anybody in the community. I was just kind of doing my own thing. Growth was kind of slow, but you know, I had my own little community. I had my Discord, you know, it was chill. Eventually I did get unbanned, you know, my channel grew. I got 3,000 subscribers, I got CC roll, and it was cool, you know, chill. I think somewhere in that timeline between being banned and being unbanned, I kind of realized the importance of collaboration, not just in like Roblox, Deepwoken content creation, but just like in life and in content creation in general. Because around that time I met Bobby and a bunch of other content creators who now I would consider myself pretty decent friends with. People like Computer Gaming, people like Onteal, people like Anani Anomaly, people like Angelic Regularity, people like Xanthan Gum, and people like Chase Zazzle, whom I've had a blast collaborating with all of. And I can honestly say my content has just only gotten better having done so. The content isn't just better because I can leech off of their personalities and steal their funniness and bounce off of them and apply it to myself. It's also better because I feel like by working with people who aren't like better than you, but like peers, and you see them actively leveling up and doing things to be better, you kind of want to follow in their footsteps and be like, okay, shit, he you know, he's doing his thing. I want to get in my shit too, you know, and try to be better. And I feel like I can actively say that I try to step up my thumbnail game because of Rin. I try to step up like my videos and my editing and try to get better at this shit. I'm still ass, but you know, because of Bobby, I'm trying to get better at editing. Because of people like Angelic, I'm trying to like get funnier. Because of Anani, I'm trying to see like if I can look into streaming and like, because like I admire his ability to just keep people entertained for that many fucking consecutive hours. That's incredible to me. Onteal's ability to put on a show and a video and really keep you hooked with an idea, like the fucking Deepwoken National Geographic, that's incredible to me. Like that's crazy. Like that idea and his execution of it just like inspires the fuck out of me. All of these creators, man, all of y'all, I don't know if y'all are gonna watch this video, but I'm happy as fuck that all of you niggas are in my orbit, bro. And you know, I'm gonna keep like trying my best to like replicate the best aspects of your shit and keep getting 20 likes on my shit in the process. But you know, until I get it right, you niggas gonna keep beating my fucking ass in these Deepwoken recommended sections. The last thing I really want to talk about is some of my friends that I met throughout this year in content creation, but also just like outside of it. The most recent guy I've met is a guy called Emery, or Tempo Strong, who, you know, I hate. Emery's a guy who I found on the streets of Deepwoken. I raised as a child, you know, he's my son. We play the finals together, and I'm kind of ass at that game, and he carries me. And, you know, I appreciate him, bro. I'm glad that I met him, and he's a great friend. Next nigga up is Kion, you know, that's my brother. That's my name. That's one nigga I know I can always talk to no matter what. And, you know, he's also the leader of my favorite Deepwoken guild, Cryoni. Long live Cryoni. New year, new Cryoni. I love you, Nim. Last is my friend Nolan. Well, actually not last. Actually, I lied, not last. Nolan, you're my favorite game dev on Roblox ever. You're a cool guy. Don't ever stop sending me your cool games dev stuff. That 1-star dev like Garo, the One Punch Man thing you sent me the other day was sick as hell. Never stop sending me that shit, and I hope Corbettiverse is peak when that shit drops. Next is Top. You know, Top gets, you know, not enough recognition, but he's actually the guy who drew my first ever profile picture on this channel, the pink one with a little African hat. You know, it's like this one, but it's like African kente cloth. Looks pretty tough, and you know, that profile picture got me a lot of mileage. You know, I appreciate you, Top. You're a G. Next is Rin, who is like a person who I never thought I would actually be friends with, because like we're so different and we're in such different time zones, and we had like nothing in common initially, but you know, thank God, because you know, my thumbnails would probably have been ass forever and I would have been living in constant denial. So, you know, thank you, Rin. And I feel like I know I'm gonna sound like a fucking Giga Bobby Glazer in this video, but like, you know, I want to give a especially special thanks to that nigga, because if I didn't like meet that nigga earlier this year, I really don't know how I would be with content creation, because like I feel like I would still be so lost and just have not found my groove at all in any sense of the word. And you know, I'm glad that I did, and I'm glad that I became friends with the right nigga at the right time. I just want to thank you niggas for sticking with me on the nobL channel. There's much more to come, hopefully, unless there isn't. You know, I could like suffer heat stroke and, you know, be like abducted by the KKK, but you know, that probably won't happen. So, you know, you'll be seeing more of me, hopefully. Final thing I want to talk about is goals for 2025, because, you know, we got some big fucking goals. We got some goals for 2025. First goal, 100,000 subscribers, which sounds stupid as fuck, but, you know, I think it's doable. I think some crazy shit could happen in this year. You know, Moist Critical could play Deepwoken. This shit could hit the mainstreams. We could, you know, we could be doing numbers. That also could just be a dumbass prediction, but, you know, I want to manifest it, bro. You know, we gotta fucking use the positive incantations. You gotta inhabit that moment of 100,000 subscribers. Next I want to do is more collabs, because I think collabing is super fucking fun, and also think it just makes better content overall. The next thing I want to do is start streaming, you know, because streaming is cool, and I feel like that's the next step in content creation, and that's really what the moment is right now. And I think I can actually be entertaining on stream. It would be hard to do for multiple hours on end, but I think I can do it. The final goal also kind of ties into streaming, but it's also to maintain 100 concurrent viewers on stream. And with that, I think it's, you know, I think that's a wrap on 2024. Thank you for sticking with me on the nobL channel, and you know, I hope you continue to stick with me through 2025. You know, the year 2025, the year of our Lord 2025. In many ways, it was a beautiful year. In a lot of ways, it was kind of a rough year, to be honest, in my life. But like, not in a stupid, dumbass, idiot way. I feel like 2025 could actually be my year, and I hope you niggas are gonna be here for that. You know, watch me capture that moment. I'm not really super ultra Christian at this moment, but you know, God bless y'all. Thank you for everything, and I'll see y'all later.